So this is good news. I just passed the first one of this account, and I passed with 68% win rate, took about 44 trades. Ship ratio is actually very bad. Need to improve on that. And yeah, the account is looking very solid. So I got phase two login, and I'm currently trading the phase two account. Now, how was I able to pass this account? I basically just used SNR and engulfings. So the power of SNR and engulfings is undeniably good. Undeniably good. You're going to look at the chart and be able to coordinate these two levels. So let's look at the daily chart, for example. So on the daily chart, today has been a very crazy day, a very good day on the flip side. Okay, so price came to this extreme. Like I always say, price loves the extreme. So the initial tap we had from last night, from yesterday, was off of this area. There was, let's see, H4, off of that area. Yeah, so on H4 we're reacting from this level, and then we tapped. So we tapped, we sold, then we tapped. Proper tapping. At least this second one was proper, because when price tapped it, there was a very sharp sell. And what do we need to confirm that price is going to use this level to continue price lower? If we get breakouts right now, we'll probably be able to keep selling to the downside. But if there's no breakouts, there's really no point to keep selling. Okay, if we don't get an H4 breakout, there's no point to keep selling. All right, so one of the things I want to see is to get an H4 breakout within this range. All right, and one of the solid trades that actually played out were these two buys from yesterday. So the buys were crazy buys. And that's something about trading. So what you want to do about your trading is that days where you have good trades like this, you want to capitalize on them. You want to be strong enough to take all of these trades, and then you want to have capital for the next day. If you are short on capital, there's no way you can trade the next day. Just going to be bad days in the market, days where you just take losses. Sometimes it's just because you're angry at yourself. Sometimes it's not even really related to your strategy. You're just pissed and then you press buy and sell button. So there'll be days like that. And what you want to do for yourself is to be careful not to fall into a trap. All right. So what do you do? What's my standard operating procedure? My standard operating procedure, as I've mentioned earlier, first get to a place, look for engulfing, each one engulfing, or as it were. For example, this level, if I start the daily level, what do we see? We see H1 engulfing right here. So technically, I'm actually expecting a breakout off of that level. But if I don't get a breakout, I'll not be pissed. And what else did I say? We got an MSU into that level, okay? An MSU is a manipulation setup. When you get it into a level, it's a sign that that level is likely being sold. So price took the low right here and then took the high. So took the low, took the high, give an engulfing on the expected time frame, and then price sold off. So price started selling, came to this level, we tapped, and then we started selling. There are a lot of buy opportunities on this side, which is why there's going to be a lot of rejection, at least from here, up from here, because this is the first big bullish engulfing. So whatever happens, this engulfing is going to be sort of a decider, because we can also argue this engulfing took liquidity below this low and broke structure. So one of the first things we want to see is if we don't break this low, it's likely price would continue higher, and then we're likely going to take this eyes out. But if we break this low, there's a tendency that would keep selling to the downside. All right. What else? So like I mentioned, the MSU is magical. You would most times see it into your area. So when you get it into your area, is a sign that you should actually take the trade. So for example, you see this level on H1, price took the high, price took the low right here. And what do we have? We have an engulfing fill within that area. So you can take this buy, take the high, take the low, the same trade, the same thing right here, right? And these are all this week's price action, okay? These are all this week's price action, okay? So price again, as you can see, sorry, price took the low right here, price took the high right here into this imbalance engulfing fill, and then sold off. So it's what price does every time. Price does it every time. You see, I marked it's technically what I trade. See, I marked it here again. So price took this high right here and then came to take the low and continued higher. Okay, so your manipulation setup is very, very important. If you can combine this with your SNR and then your knowledge about engulfings, you're going to be a lot of step ahead of the pack. Okay, so because it happens every time. See, price wants to continue selling. What's the first thing price does? Price comes, induce the low, and then take the eye out. And what happens? Give an engulfing, right? Give an engulfing and then sold from the engulfing. Okay, so your MSU pretty solid, pretty solid. You're going to find it any time frame. Okay, it's not peculiar to a particular time frame. So you want to trade off of this engulfing. So what do you look for? Two things. You want to see if there's going to be an MSU into the area. What do we have? We have take the eye, take the low. That's our MSU. Price comes from an engulfing. Probably will not trade it from here. In this scenario, you probably trade it from this engulfing field. And then you keep going. Okay, first take the high, take the low right here, stops, keep going, take the high right here, takes the low, taps the engulfing, and then keeps going higher. Okay, so your MSU is very strong. It's something, its knowledge is very, very vital when it comes to trading. Okay, so I hope this helps. MSU, good, add it to your setup. You're likely going to increase your win rate with this strategy. All right, guys, do have a wonderful evening. Thank you.